Okay, so in the next 30 minutes, I should be done with this presentation. But just stay tuned with the presentation, making use of the double, the string, and it was the character data type. So I'm going to give a little illustration of each and every one of them before I start. So last week we had the sorry last yesterday we had some little examples of making use of the double data type. So a double for 70 percentage, and with that we have to say okay, this is the double data type, this and this is what we use the double for, and which are double are used to take in decimal numbers. It's very simple like that. So integer I use for just all numbers from 1 to 9. Also, when you have a full stop or a decimal numbers, so you either use double or use another form of data type, in which I won't say now. So with that, we're able to print out this the 70% of is this percentage. Now today we have the first and, second and, third and, fourth and, fifth and. So why am I using this? I'm trying to just give an illustration. For example, I'm saying, oh, I have 5 ands. So I'm saying, okay, let me give a price to this ant. And I'm saying, okay, let them be in pounds. So I can say this can be £2, this can be £4, this can be £8, this can be 100.5 pounds, this can be 23.5686 this pounds. Now, with that, then I want to print them out. So I give an illustration of when you print out. I'm saying you can print out using the console.write line. So console.write line takes the full width. That's the left and the right. So the fourth hand is priced as this pounds. That's the fourth hand. While the fifth hand is priced as this. That's the fifth hand. So with that together, we're able to run the code. So I'm going to comment this. This is what I've done earlier. So in which I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to comment this. So with this, so we're able to run the code. And once the code is being run, so we have the fourth hand is priced as 100.5 pounds, and what the fifth hand is priced as what 23.56868686 pounds. So with that, we're able to take that into consideration. Now, the next thing is we have this, we want to add two numbers together. So it is, we have the first number, the second number, and the result. So we want to perform an operation, additional operation that has written. I want to add two numbers together using the double data types. So we have double first number, we have double second number, we have double result. Now we have the result as first number plus second number. Now we have the console.write line. Say the first number is this pounds. So I'll give the illustration the way I did it yesterday. I said the first number is 23.56. Yes, we have that ready, stored as a variable. While the second number is 56.89. That's stored as a variable. Now we have the result to be what? 0. Why? Because we don't know the result of adding the first number and the second number together. So I think there's a little addition. So I just something just came to my thought, and which is okay, why not have a third number? Not that we're just adding two numbers together. I say third number is equal to, let's give it, let's say 100.49. Okay, so it's being saved. So you can see because of the code has been written before. So this is what they call modification of code. Yes, or you are trying to maintain your code. So when you try to maintain your code, that means either you're writing an update or you're trying to make a change to it. So that's what they call modification of code. That's part of maintaining a code. So with this, we have the first number, so which is 3.56, the second number, what to be 56.89, the third number, which was 100.5, and each of them have the data type of double, double, double. So with this, the result is 0. Why? Because it has not been calculated and we don't know the final answer. So how do we calculate it? And say result is equal to the first number plus the second number and plus the third number. So with this, We now have the first number is this pounds, right? Plus the second number is this, plus the third number, the third number is this pounds, third number, and we can now say and the result and the result of the three numbers are, so with this result. So with this, we run it. So the first number is 23.5 is that is written here, 23.56 pounds. The second number is what? 56.89. I need to put the space here. So let me put the space so that it will be well printed out. So the first number is 23.56 pounds, and the second number is 56.89 pounds. The third number is 100.49 pounds, and the result of the three numbers of the three, let me see, and the result of the three additional numbers of the three additional numbers are, so I'm going to run it. The result of the three additional numbers are, and the result of the three additional numbers are 180.94. So you can do your calculation, you can do your addition. So easily you can say, okay, once this is done, then how do I calculate? So let's say I want to give out a percentage off. Let's say I want to give out a 30% off. So how will 30% off be calculated? So I know that 30% off is given to this price, so I need to calculate it. So I'll give a comment. I'm going to write a comment. And what's the usefulness of comment? Comment helps for programmer's readability. Now I'm going to add you the comment in C sharp, just put a double slash to your double divide sign. Just write the divide sign twice. 1, 2. I say, yeah, I want to calculate the what 30 percentage of the three numbers added above. So with this, I said, okay, this is good. Now, how do I calculate it? This is the result. So with the result, I can say, I can give, you must use the other type of double. I say double, let's say the, let's say the 30 percentage, the 30 percentage is equal to result times, so since it's 30 percentage, I can say, okay, 0.3. So with this, I'm going to what? Console dot write line the 30 percentage is, so I can just calculate it now. Be percentage is in pounds will be plus, I'll just calculate it now, result minus the 30 percentage. So I'm going to print it out. So it's being worked on. So the 13 percentage, now the 30 I can say 0.7. Sorry, I made a mistake, 0.7. So 30 percentage is now be, because I don't want to calculate it like automatically, I won't take away the 70 percentage. So 30 percentage will be what? 54.282. So that's your gain. I was saying, okay, I calculated the 70% is what, 54 pounds, 282 this point zero 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 zero. So this is the gain I'm getting once I buy what the three additional products at once. Once I buy it in the market. So my gain is what, 54.282000001 pounds. So that's my gain. So if I now want to know the price of the 30 percentage, so what will I do? I'll just say, okay, console, console dot write line. I'll say the what's the price of the what 30% of items are. So with this, I'll put my pound sign, okay, then plus the 30 percentage off. I save it and I run it. Okay, so now the price is 126.6579999. So with this, I can say, okay, the 30% of items is this amount, and with this, 30% is what that was gained, was saved by me, was 54.282000001. So with this had been calculated and this had been solved. So this a little example on using the double data type. So next, I'm going to move to the string data type. That's the string data type. So when I say string, string can be represented using quotes. We can have the single quote and we can have the double quote. We have the single quote and we have the double quote. So now I can say string, I'll say first letter is what? String fourth letter is what? So with this double quote, the first letter is what's done. Okay. In another form, I can say, okay, the single quote is being used for a string. I said, okay, I don't want to use a single quote. I might want to use a double quote. So it said too many characters in. Okay, I think this is taking a double quote. Maybe it's the syntax. So you want the double quote. But there's a time whereby we use the single quote. But I think this syntax is taking a double quote. So with this, I'll take it back saying that string make use of double quote. So then character is going to make use of what? The single quote. So with this, I can say I want to what? Write, oh, the first letter is done and I am working on the other letters. So I can develop another string saying I can call it order letter is equal to the what I can say and the order letters is done. So with this, so there's what they call concatenation. Concatenation means bringing the first, second, third, adding them together at once and bringing what out a result. So concatenation is like getting, let's say, three woods together and they are together as one. Okay, but I want them to be together like on the slight edges together and they should come at one, not on each other parallel, but they should be what joining each other on the slight edges. Like example is these are two of my hands. They can be like this in this form, but I don't want them to be in this form. I want them to be in this form. And they should be together, going together as one, coming together as one, going to the right, going to the left. That's concatenation. So I'll say this is string first letter. That's a variable first letter. Having the first letter is done. Now string other letters having and the other letters are done. So with these two together, I'm bringing them together, the first letter, other letters. So with this, it should read the first letter is done and the other letters are what? Done. And she come out at once. So how is this possible? This is possible by making use of what they call the plus sign in C sharp. That's what they call concatenation. So concatenation means bringing what? Two or more what? Variables together to what? To print out a particular what? Result. And take note, concatenation has been done earlier by using what? The plus sign to print out some items to do the addition. I'll take you through it by going by scrolling up. Now, example of it is this plus sign, this concatenation. That's why you see string dot operator. But it cannot be explained earlier when we're using it. So now I've explained it that concatenation is making use of the word the plus sign. So when you see it, this is concatenation, bringing them together, concatenate them together. Concatenate, that means adding them together, bringing them together. So example of it was still done. That was making use of this. So I bring them together. Int the left, int the right. So you can see it. Int the left, int the right. So you bring them together as one. So with this, I want to bring them together. So what will I say? First letter, right? Plus other letter. Now take note of this. Line 39 is trying to say I'm bringing the first letter and what? The other letters together. But what are we doing with them in line 39? We need to be well defined. When you're writing your code, it has to be what? Well defined. So I want to put a comment saying, please don't use slash, please use what? Double slash. I'll say, yeah, I want to what? Print the what? The string letters at once. So with this, you can have what? Console dot right line. I'll say the letters to be printed are let me use that. Let me just print them out at once, then I will now improve on it. I don't want to be much. I'll say print the first letter, then plus what? Other letter. So with this, so we're going to print them out. So the first letter is done. This is the result. The first letter is done, and the other letters are what? Done. So these are the two. The first letter is done, and the other letters are done. So those are the two things that was added: the first letter and other letter. So with this a little example of making use of the string data types, and I will say that it has been a good what way to explain the string data type. So now I'm going to put a comment. So say this is the end of the string data type. So the next I'm going to explain is the character data type. So the character data type. So next is what's the character data type. You see? Okay, how do you define a character? Making use of the word the char. Char first letter is, so I can say, okay, I can say I want to spell, let's say today's Wednesday. So I want to spell just WED. First letter is W. So it has been defined before. So just a first letter W. The second, I can say second letter, W E character, third letter D. Okay, so since we have this WED, the first, second, and third letter, so what are we going to do? We're going to bring them together and we're going to print them out one after the other. So I will say character, I'll just say character, let's say all letters, all letters, all letters is what the first letter plus the what the second letter, then plus the third letter. So with this, let me see. Oh, sorry. I think we need to convert it to. Let me convert it. Okay, let me use this method. Let me use the simpler method that we have been using earlier. So let's say this character. Let me just print them out at once before I start moving them to convert. So you get to a stage, we get to what's called convert. So we can convert a character to so that we can make use of it to add it, to convert it to a string. So when we convert to string, then we'll be able to print them out using console.writeline. But I think I need to skip that part. So that will be too advanced. Remember, we're doing C# made easy for beginners. So with this console.writeline, I'm going to print them out. I'll just say first letter, yep, plus second letter, yep, plus third letter. So with this, this is a printed out. So I can just say um the three characters letters to be printed out are as follows. I'll save it. Okay, the three characters separated as follows: W E D. So this is W E D. So if I want to put a space between them, all I have to do is to just put a plus. Remember concatenation, double, this is space. So there should be a space. Then for the second letter too, I'll just put this double, then put a plus. Now W E D. So I'm going to run the code. Okay, so there's it. W E D. That's wait. So that's today's training. It's very short, but I know I can't make it more bulky than this. So I will say thank you so much for the viewers. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for those that are going out of their way to send me a message on WhatsApp, on Instagram. If you want to ask me a question, if you want to give me a call, go to the company website and just pick the number and just give me a call. You can easily send me a mail. I'm going to respond to you. You can easily chat me up on Instagram. Thank you so much, the viewers. Thank you so much. Please keep liking, keep subscribing, and keep sharing the videos to whoever you want to share it to. And if you're 5 years old or you're 100 years old and you didn't understand this, please kindly just comment on the video. I'll personally reach out to you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye bye.